Hello everybody, welcome. I am doing some jungle study. What I'm doing is I am not in love with my jungling. I added Zach to the pool. Don't like how that's going as much. I like him, but it's the same problems, just it's just different problems, to be honest. And I think I need to accept that either I play the fucking top dog champs, study up, or I get the fuck out of the way. By the top dog champs, I mean I have to study people that are crushing the ladder. This guy at Gurren, he's been crushing. Also gonna pull up Brox soon. I know I've worked with Brox in the past. I'm gonna study up some Elise. He also plays Gurren also plays Wukong. This guy also played Nocturne at the end of last year, but he's not playing it anymore, which leads me to believe that it's probably just not that good. This guy seems to have a really good handle on jungling every year. He has reached top of the ladder every single fucking year. It feels like he's always at the top of the ladder, so he's doing some things right. So I'm gonna fucking study it. I don't give a shit. It's gonna happen. So yeah, let's do it. Let's get to work. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna study his Elise games. What I'm after is basically how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna contest Elise pretty much every game, and then I'm gonna see what he does when he's facing Elise, because I'm sure he's not, well, he could be banning it when he's not first pick, I guess. But I'm going to study. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to sit here and watch until I figure it out, because I'm not figuring it out. I mean, I am getting better, and I'm definitely stealing more barons. I'm definitely playing mid game a little bit more strategically, even with Zach, even with like stuff like Kindred. But these guys aren't playing Kindred like at all, it feels like. And they're having really insane results, which leads me to believe that it's just not, there's styles that crush and there's styles that don't, and what I'm doing right now is not crushing. So let's take a look on board with this guy. So let's get to it. Elise versus Lee Sin. Okay, so level 1, he's guarding his entrance. Random W in a bush. He doesn't want to get his red buff invaded. I suppose he thinks that an invade on his red is possible. He waits to the very last second before he goes to his red. Very disciplined so far. Aside from the general jungle strategy, I'm also curious as to how he plays the mid game, because I just don't, like I say, I'm bad at Elise. I'm just gonna have to accept that Elise, every time I played her, it went pretty well, even though I consider myself bad at her. All right, let me back up here. So is he pinging each position? So he is pinging it. So he pings Blue Gromp River. So he pings all of that. Pings like a little triangle. Okay, interesting. That's something different. I don't know if it's deliberately a triangle or if he's just pinging randomly at the top side. Now here, usually after plays like these, I tend to base. And I've noticed in my reviews so far of just like watching people play Elise, they don't base very often after like level 4 like plays have happened, unless they're super low. They just kind of stay on map. So here's no different. Let's talk about the execution of this dive. Q, auto, W, auto, stun, auto Q, or I just think it's a Q. Then repel to dodge tower damage. And then doesn't base again. All right, he's not basing. He takes one camp and then bases. Spell pen boots and a dark seal. All right. All right, what do we do with this play? Just to hold. Very scared of the engage for good reason. Buddy has a lantern to play with. You gonna take the blast cone away when you have repel up? Okay. Let's talk about this. Notice how he's taking the fight with Flash on, like he's going in for this fight as soon as Flash is back up. This is definitely deliberate. It's something that I'm learning more and more is just like required reading on jungling. So he goes for the quick kill. Jumps to Echo, Flash over the wall. Is able to scoot his way out. Now we're dancing around. Doesn't seem like we're gonna be able to do much this time, so we take our Gromp, take the recall. I also notice here this mid-game difference. So he's skipping camps and lingering around the map and seeing if anybody's out of line that he can quick E to and get a quick pick. And again, not really farming. He's just staying on map. Skips over a ward and just takes the easy Q. Repel out. Now, aside from the repel here, that was really well played. There's nothing in here that's like an insurmountable skill gap yet. He's obviously very clean at this. I guess this little skirmish here is very tight. So there's no misplays. The whole thing, not just the blast cone thing. Getting through that skirmish and not leaking a death or, you know, wasting your flash or getting caught. Calmly playing the lantern. Didn't want to get pulled out of the lantern, even kind of counterplays back at that. Takes the one kill and out. Really in control, the early. Oh my god. Alright, this is nasty. Okay, that's nasty. That's fucking ridiculous. He outplays the shit out of this. Okay. Watch this back and then add a coach. That's not even... This whole sequence is just nasty. Very contained. Even though it's chaos. Alright. So you're Elise here. You don't want to cocoon Samira open because of her bullshit wind wall. Unless he knows it's used. So Broxton makes a cool play to try to pop Zeri. And it works. Now Lee stays on the Lee Sin. Instead of dying to Samira, he E's over to the Lee Sin. He gets the pick, his flash is back up, so he pops Lee Sin, flash into Fog of War. Plays Fog of War mind game. And then sits. Uses the spiderlings to deal damage. It's so gross. Sits there, all fucking clever-like. Waits for the Nautilus hook and then use the lantern as the animation is about to hit him. W and walks away. That is disgusting. That is, there's no way I would have played that well. That is disgusting. Well, when I start playing this, I'm not gonna just play it like once or twice. I'm gonna spam it and jam out. But there's just no denying. There's just no denying the potency of it. Stop at the coach. There's no denying the potency of it. Clearly, there's more to this, and I'm gonna study. I'm gonna keep studying. Guys, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna sit here and flip it in diamond for this long. Like, there's obviously something wrong with my overarching strategy. I'm not bringing enough to these comps and lobbies. Let's get to coaching. But before I coach, NEACE University is live. Peep the sweater. NEACE University at Patreon. We're building out the best concept repository, League of Legends ultimate tutorial for people that are trying to climb through ranks. I have obviously played and coached for years. I've coached thousands of people, and instead of paying a lot of money for one-on-one coaching, you could basically get a full-on guide for every little concept that I teach and why they're so important and what it is that you're trying to do at the game. So you can head on over to patreon.com/NEACE University and you can sign up. The prices for each elo, they go up a little bit depending on the elo that you're in. But if you're a low elo player, that's the place. And there's going to be videos being added consistently as we grow that project out. So eventually within like, obviously depending on the sport, but the goal is eventually you're just going to have a place where everything is laid out for you exactly. Order of elo importance, so to speak, the things that I think are the most important, and we're gonna kind of organize that as we go to, based on feedback. But yeah, all right, sweet. I'm not happy with, like I said, my results on nothing's really working for me, so I'm going back to the drawing board, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna just boss up, play some Elise. I'm gonna contest it more. I'm also seeing some Wukong. Wukong has been doing pretty well in my games. Planning ahead, I also just don't see how much of the changes really hurt Wukong yet. But I'm going to study up for a bit, probably for a couple VODs, and then I'm gonna get into gaming myself. So I already looked at one game. I think it was this one. No, not this one. Let's look at a different VOD. All right, he pops the fuck off here. No, that was the one where he was facing Broxa. We saw that. But what I'm more interested in is I'm more interested in the opens. All right, let's keep studying. So here he's facing Wukong. So Wukong is a good pick still in the higher brackets. Yeah, I'm sticking around. So Elise here. All right, let's talk about this. So level 1, he does the standard Elise shit of guarding the top side. He loves this top side. In 2 games I've seen, I'm gonna watch like probably a couple more, maybe 3 more. He loves the top side starts, the red side start. So he faces a late invade. As soon as he sees the invade, he smites. He doesn't fuck around. He doesn't jerk off. He just smites right away. I'm gonna make a mental note of that. He's trying to get level 2 here by the look of it. So he does not get level 2. This is a very high level, level 1. What I mean is, it's because everybody was on the same page of not letting Elise get level 2, which I find to be very interesting. So, Wukong dies. Well, let's see what he does here. This is interesting. Why did he go? Oh, because it's mid Olaf. So he's going to get level 2 off of a minion, I think. So he gets level 2 off of a minion in mid and then goes to red. So very tactical. Everything is very tactical here. Survives the invade. Very cheeky invade. Smites the camp right away. Grabs level 2 off of the wave and then goes to play Elise early game. Backs right away, gets a Dark Seal. Because he's on top side, he doesn't want to gank the Darius. He doesn't think that works. I kind of agree with him. And then he goes to bot side with Dark Seal. And he goes right to bottom in a straight fucking line. All right, how's he going to play this? He doesn't have flash. All right. So he's just gonna walk up. I'm trying to like imagine myself in the situation before I see it happen. So you're gonna walk up, you're gonna auto Q, auto W, and then stun repel. He's also going to wait for the wave. I don't think he's just going to... actually, he might not wait for the wave. He might just go for it because he has repel. He can repel to this minion. All right. I think he's going to just go for it. Auto Q, auto W. E, swap form, go for the quick kill, and then out. All right, let's see it. So far, so good. Wait, no, not so good because he W's first. He is waiting for the wave. Kind of. It's kind of a bit of both. So he just W's and lets the waves do the work. Now he's going to walk in, auto Q. No, he's not even going to do that. He's just going to swap forms. Easy. Let's watch it again. Yeah, he's just going to throw a W. Oh, he did throw an E from max range. Why did Caitlyn cleanse? She really thought that was coming. So he's just using the W here. I'm going to watch that again. These are the things that I'm more interested in. How does someone approach dives? And but he doesn't wait at all. He just goes for it. Quick pick. W. Dances around tower. Right on the edge of tower range. Then walks it in. Okay. Now he already had back for Dark Seal. He got an assist. Takes a lot of damage there. It's kind of ugly by him. Smite Scuttle. Heals up though. Elise OP. Goes right back down to level 4. So you can get low on Elise. Like, it doesn't matter. She sustains too much with her W. All right, let's talk about this real quick. He knows... Wait. He knows Wukong's top here. I think this changes his decision-making immensely. Because he knows Wukong is top. So because he knows Wukong is top, he goes for this. I don't think he ever goes for this if he knows Wukong could be down here. He's gonna repel right into it. He Qs first, then swap form. Good secure. I don't know about that, Camille. Yeah. At least I knew the outcome. I didn't agree. I did not agree. That's a pretty deep... I get the premise of like, ooh, I'm 6 and they're not, so I'm gonna try this, but they just... That's a very, very ambitious... But I think it was close. It's just... I did say it's probably pretty thin. It's probably pretty thin. So at least lose some momentum there, lose some tempo. So he looks a lot at waves that are going under tower, and he just goes. Like, he just walks at those. He has flash here. Ooh, bad play. He did not get the repel off in time. It happens. So he's human. He's human and he's still rank 1. So back-to-back 2 fails. But not like miserable fails, like good ideas in theory. So Caitlyn goes up to mid to push. We're working on new content pretty regularly already, Jamie. We recorded something yesterday. I'll record something either tomorrow or Sunday my time. Repel to blue. All right. So nothing crazy here to take away other than he will absolutely just smite. Like, he wants to start red. He will always look for waves that are crashing to dive. He'll skip if he sees a wave crashing, he'll pretty much just go for it with impunity. And then also just diving, like the mechanics of diving as well.